되냐? 벌써 20일째야? 시뮬레이션은 몇 개 남았냐? 시뮬레이션 자체는 2개 남았네. 일단은 진행합시다. 보자. 그냥 나가면 됐었나?
Help! Oh, the devils are coming for me. I can see them skulking in the bushes. They sniff me out, the dirty rats. You have to help me, Mousy. I am the only one who can defeat the Rat King.
대왕지가 대체 누구야? 코파치 패쳐자? 타라칸도 이거 동료로 만들 수 있나? 아니 아무리 동료가 없다 해도 타라칸을 동료로 만들어야 되나? 아 올가는 생각해보니까 아 얘는 진실을 알게 되면 나 죽이려 들 텐데. 아씨 막장 파티 완성된 것 같은데 어떻게든 되겠지. 일단 코파치 가보긴 가보자. NAR이 그를 사살하려고 하고 있다. 뭔 짓을 했길래 이 양반. 아 올가도 장비 좀 줘야겠는데? 안 쓰는 총 올가한테 주자. 올가 이거 줄 테니까 나 해치지 마. 이거 하나 하고 AK 하나. AK 너무 좋은 거 주지 마. 들고 날릴 수도 있어. 진실을 알게 되면은 들고 날릴 수도 있어. 적당히 죽지 않을 정도로만 무장시켜주자. 올가가 기술이 좀 낮네. 야 근데 다른 거는 다 괜찮네. 기술 빼고는. 일단 나는 코파치 가고. 마우스 포인트 뭐야? 올가가 붉은 숲 가고. 다른 애들은 확률이 좀 거시기하다. 프리피아트 중앙을 49. 올리비에는 집에 있어라 그냥. 고. 아 근데 너무 집에만 있지 말고 뒷마당 가서 풀이라도 좀 뜯어오지. 집 뒷마당에 풀 많던데.
He's been here a while. Surely he has other people who can do his bidding. He knows more about you and me than he's letting on. Watch out, my love.
아, 나 사랑니 때문에 입안이 거슬리네 좀. 코파치. 아, 이게 템 많은지 보고 왔어야 되는데. 최근에 오지 않았었나, 코파치? 그냥 뭐 눈에 보이는 것만 죽고 퀘스트 위주로 가자. 어차피 이제 최강의 총이 있기 때문에 자원이 막 그렇게 많이 필요하진 않아. 흥글 따라 쭉. 타라칸이 이거 알려주나 설마? 타라칸이 이거 감지기 스킬 가르쳐주나? 그러면 타라칸은 무조건 구해야 되는데 만약 타라칸이 가르쳐주는 거는. 타시 어딨어? 지금 구하러 갈게. 타시 말고는 동료로 들어올 만한 사람이 없다는데. 타시가 맞는 것 같아.
Looks like the old loon can handle himself just fine.
어딨어?
A trail of dead rats? Well, that can't be a coincidence.
쥐사체? 쥐사체가 어딨어? 아 여기구나. 식량. 야 왜 쥐 시체에서 식량이 나오지? 뭐지? 이거 먹는 거야? 아 이 쥐인 줄 알았네. 아씨 이 쥐 꼬리고 이게 쥐인 줄 알았다. 이씨 쥐가 왜 이렇게 커 이러려고 했는데 저렇게 클 리가 있나. 이거 뭐야 헨젤과 그레텔이야? 이거는 버섯. 쥐도 어딨죠? 쥐를 따라가야 되는 것 같긴 한데 전방에 누구 있는데? 뭘 봐 임마. 아 잘못 눌렀다. 아 이거 아닌데. 아 나 키를 자꾸 잘못 누르냐. 쥐가 길 따라 쭉 있는데? 아싸 식량 좋구요. 저기 있다. 어딨어? 나 어떻게 봤어? 난 너 안 보이는데? 양사이드에 있어?
What are you, drunk or something? Fuck, he's a goner.
어?
It's one of our guys.
아 빗나감. 빗나감.
He's over there.
침착해.
Over there.
어딨지?
Tango's behind cover. Careful.
아 조준하기 너무 힘들어 이거 총이. 잠깐만 탄. 잠깐 이 새끼들이 살려줘 이 새끼들아. 어허 잠깐만 안 좋은데요.
We need to lure him out.
안 보여.
He's over there. Over there.
어디지?
It's just one guy. One guy. Get him.
저기다. 저거다.
To kill.
저거 맞나? 저거다.
Motherfucker out.
어디 갔어? 나와. 나 여기서 여기 안 가. 아 뭐야? 틈새 샷을 왜 이렇게 잘 날려지네. 아 열받네 저거. 아 뭐야? 잠깐만. 응. 저 새끼 뭔데 안 맞지? 왜 없지?
Shoot the motherfucker.
아 열받네. 침착해.
He'll come out eventually. Everyone be ready.
기다려 천천히.
It's just one guy. One guy. Get him.
아 풀이 너무 많아서 안 보여. 이거 너무 접근전하면 내가 털리는데.
Fire will.
아 오케이 한 마리 컷. 다음.
Shoot the motherfucker.
이 건물 뒤편에 있는 것 같은데. 나와 임마.
Shoot to kill.
어딨지?
He's behind cover. Flank him.
엄폐하고 있는 게 아니라 니들이 안 나오는 거잖아.
Flank his ass. No mercy.
No mercy.
You're going down, Kim and Yuk. He's over there.
유명 인사 됐어. 애들이 내 이름 다 알아. 키민유. 어디냐? 어딨지?
Fire will.
아니 사격 개시가 아니라
Get behind cover and shoot.
어디 계세요 대체? 아니 어디야 이 새끼?
Shoot to kill.
오 깜짝이야. 어이.
Take your horses.
아 깜짝이야. 씨. 씨. 아 졸라 깜짝이야. 이 새끼들 왜 이래? 갑자기 밑에서 튀어나와 얘네. 졸라 깜짝이야. 씨. 뭐가 됐든 다 잡긴 했다. 그래도 진정제 하나 더 먹어. 아, 약이랑 방탄복 너무 많이 썼는데.
That's a lot of blood. NER must have really worked him over. I hope he's still alive.
이미 타락하는 잡힌 건가? 끌려가면서 쥐를 뿌린 건가? 아니 무슨 마법의 주머니야? 쥐를 주머니 속에 이렇게 많이 넣어놓고 다닌다고? 식량 개꿀맛이긴 한데 어디지? 쥐를 찾아라. 찍찍이. 다 죽여주마. NA 열병사 2명인 것 같은데. 안 보여. 왜 이거 쳐봐. 병장 서전트 어딨나? 아, 무식기가. 피해복 수고리. 틱. 아씨, 뭐야 이거. 개 아프네. 이거 제작대 하나 깔아야 되나? 애들이 생각보다 좀 많다. 여기 타락한 대체 뭔 짓을 했길래 이렇게 많이 온 거야 애들이. 천정 치는 거 보니까 스토커까지 올 수도 있겠는데. 지금 허브 몇 개지? 허브가 3개? 아, 제작대를 여기서 한번 만들어야 되나? P10 필요할 것 같은데. 단 하나. 지금 P 몇? 아까 하나 낭비만 안 했어도 하나 더 있는 건데 지금. 템 먹고. 이것도 먹고. 부금 왜 이래 근데. 방탄판. 버섯이 집 뒤에 있는 버섯인가? 버섯. 지금은 버섯 말고 허브가 좀 필요한데. 블랙스토커. 아씨.
I detected the echo of a recent wormhole. It would lead me right to him. Why did you have to come back?
와우. 뭐야 이거. 자, 얘는
See what you're made of.
무조건 내 등짝으로 오거든. 그걸 이용해서 엿을 먹이면 된다. 오히려 기다렸다가 포타 열린 소리 들리면 냈다 뛰어서 새끼야 인마. 네 행동 패턴은 모두 파악됐다. 자, 여기서 등짝 보여주고 이쪽으로 뛰어서 이 새끼 변칙적인 패턴을. 하지만 잡았죠? 먹을 것 좀 주고 가라. 맨날 몸만 와서 몸만 가지 말고. 사람이 정이 없냐? 쥐돌이가 근데 여기도 있어? 길에만 있는 게 아닌 것 같은데? 방사능. 왜 이런 곳에 쥐를 뿌리고 한 거야.
friend you killed. You can thank your lucky stars we're in a hurry. Don't rush it. I want to watch him sweat. Stop over here! Fuck!
와우, 순식간에 3명 4명. 아, 이거 아닌데? 정신력 먹으려고 했는데. 타락한 살아있나? 운이 좋구만. 마시고. 어디 갔지? 아, 여기 있다. 보호색 전에.
Divine providence guided your hand. I'm too important to be killed by NAR's minions.
우리와 함께하자. 이곳을 빠져나간다. 나랑 같이 가자. 서로 도울 수 있을 거야. 예, 아, 이거 좀 불안한데 파티 조합원들 왜 죄다 이 모양 이 꼴이지 좀.
We seem destined to keep running into each other, so you might as well come on board.
You failed me, and now you want to join me? You are one cheeky little rodent, Mousy. You let my
아,
secrets
그
fall into the
문서
hands
안
of the
태웠던
Red
거.
King.
I had no choice, Tarakan. I had to look for clues about Tatiana's disappearance. I have to exhaust every avenue, no matter the cost.
You have a big heart that sometimes leads you to make bad decisions, Mousy. But I understand. What's done is done. The Rat King must know all about my hiding places by now, so I'll need to find a new one. I will
아,
join you.
뭐 어차피 합류하실 거면서 무슨. 컷신으로 여는 건 왜 소리가 없을까 근데. 부스러기 흔적. 타락한과 합류했다. 아, 이 할아버지 데려온 거 올바른 선택인지 모르겠네. 우리 집에서는 쥐 가지고 노시면 안 돼요. 어? 먹을 만한 데가 없는 것 같은데. 여기도 코파치도 온 지 얼마 안 됐어가지고 파밍 할 만한 게 없을 것 같긴 하다. 아, 방사능. 그래도 블랙 스토커라도 잡았으니까 뭐라도 좀 주워갈 수 있나 싶었는데 숲밖에 없네. 하나도 없나? 집이나 가자. 나도 피하기 없어가지고 집에 가야 될 것 같아.
I've got some questions for you, and it's very important that you answer as best you can.
I will certainly try, Mousy.
오르골에 대해 묻는다. 그러니까 오르골은 어디서 주워왔냐 진짜.
First, how did you get Tatiana's music box?
She came to me. The woman in the red dress.
She came to you? Where? When?
In my dreams. She has haunted my nights for years. She told me where to find it. The music box. She mentioned you too.
What did she say, exactly?
She advised me that you could be an important instrument in the fight against the Rat King.
뭐야, 와이프가
She
나
also wanted you
팔아먹었어.
to see the music box to convince you that all this is real.
의심한다. 인정한다. 내 꿈에도 그녀가 나타났어. 근데 빨간 드레스랑 이런 거 알고 있는 거 보면은 인정해야겠지?
I keep seeing her too. At first I thought it must be my imagination, but
No, don't say that. She's completely real. Don't doubt it for another moment.
절대 의심하지 마라. NAR에 대해 왜 너를 죽이려고 하느냐.
why was NAR trying to kill you?
Isn't it obvious, Mousy?
Nothing is obvious to me right now.
I'm the only person who stands between humanity and the Rat King. His minions will try to kill me every chance they get.
그냥 NAR 괴롭히고 다녀서 그런 거 아니야? 타티아나에 대해 묻는다.
Okay, why don't you retire the act for a while? Who are you, really?
What act? There is nothing more real than this. Tarakan,
is more real than you are.
Does your name have some special meaning?
떡 좀 먹고.
Means cockroach.
바퀴벌레. 아
That's
바퀴벌레요?
what I am. A humble being reborn from the ashes of Chernobyl's destruction. Tiny, but resilient. I used to be a person like you, Mousy. But when divine providence called upon me to face the Rat King, Tarakan was
우리나라로
born.
따지면 신내림 같은 거 아니냐 이거?
All right. Good talk. 타라카는 팀에 합류하였습니다. 이제 밥 좀 신경 써야겠는데? 입이 늘어나는데? 미아이 사라져서 다행이다 이런 말해서 좀 미안하지만 아 미아이 어디 가서 찾냐? 찾고 싶긴 한데 그래도 애들 혹시 퀘스트 있을 수도 있으니까 말 좀 걸어보자.
Hi, Igor. Is there something you wanted to ask me? I've got time.
Is Sasko a Ukrainian name?
My name was Sasha before. My mother was Ukrainian. My deadliest, no-good, drunken excuse for a father was Russian. And I was born and raised in Moscow. I learned everything there was to know about the city's dark underbelly. I mastered surviving on the streets, became part of a gang, fended for myself, but I didn't do it alone. We always had each other, me and my brother.
동생 얼굴 좀 한번 보고 싶네.
Sorry. No kid should have to live that way.
That's what happens when you trust the system. In the end, you can only rely on yourself and your comrades.
What happened to Ruslan? Why isn't he with you?
I'm still looking for him. It's a long story.
뭐야 감옥에
I just
있다고?
need to figure out my next steps.
Sure. I'll help out if I can.
나랑 다른 감옥에 갔나? 침대 애들 한 명 더 들어왔으니까 침대 지어줘야 되네. 그냥 바닥에서 잘 걷더라. 자, 됐지? 자원을 일단 약을 좀 만들고 5개는 들고 다녀야겠다. 다섯 개 하고 이거 하루마다 자라는 게 아닌가? 이틀에 한 번 자라나? 얘한테는 말 걸기가 무서워 올가는. 아 근데 알 방법 없겠지. 나랑 걔밖에 없었는데 걔 어떻게 알겠어?
Hey, what's up?
I was thinking about secrets.
Any particular secrets?
Did you know the medical data gathered after the atomic strike on Japan was classified?
Whoa, nothing like a ray of sunshine to start your day. Seriously though, it's not that surprising.
This American diplomat I met once told me about it. He said the US Army was shocked at how deadly the fallout was. They put more than $20 billion into the Manhattan Project after all.
200억
After their
달러.
amazing victory, they couldn't admit to the public how toxic it was. Even the American troops helping the Japanese rebuild were getting sick. So they confiscated all the medical data, Japanese and American, and classified it.
That's regrettable. The biggest crime the nuclear powers have committed against their citizens was failing to admit that long-term exposure to even low levels of radiation can be more deadly than a high dose received in a short amount of time.
Yeah, that kind of secret
방사능
kills
게임이라서
me.
방사능 관련 얘기가 나오는 건가? 걔 어딨냐? 타라칸 어딨냐? 타라칸한테 기술 배우고 싶은데? 이 할배 어디 갔어? 할배요. 뭐야? 숲에서도 보호색 쓰더니 기지 안에서도 뭐 어디 갔지? 응? 내 방에 있나? 아닌데 내 방에 있지는 않을 것 같은데. 응? 뭐지? 아 뭐야? 아 여기 있네. 아씨 이 양반 봐라.
They are close, Mousy. I can hear them screeching under the floor. Filthy rodents.
Rats, you mean? You think those furry buggers can eat through a concrete wall?
But something is amiss. The Rat King. I can't hear him anymore.
Is he gone?
He's never truly gone. But sometimes he goes away. And then it's like...
What?
It's like the cobwebs are all blown away. I can think clearly for a moment. And I remember... things.
What do you remember?
그냥 가끔씩 제정신으로 돌아오는 거 아니야?
In white gowns. A madman strapped to a gurney, screaming in terror.
정신병자.
And myself. I'm strapped down too. Why are you doing this? I don't belong here. Let me out.
Calm down. Everything's going to be fine.
저번에 말했던
It's all in the
그
past now.
정치범 집어넣는다고 했던 그 얘기 아니야?
Tarakan, please.
아닌가?
You're safe now.
What? Where am I?
Mikhail's warehouse. You're safe.
Nobody is safe from the Rat King, little mouse. Not ever.
아, 이 할아버지 얘기가 안 되네.
Ah, yes. Our old friend, the Rat King. I guess everything's back to normal then.
고점 왔다가 다시 저점으로 떨어졌어. 뭐야, 관계 상태 나쁨이네? 저번에 불로 안 태워서 그런가 보다. 아, 봐야
Hey there,
됐다고.
Tarakan. I was wondering if there's...
But of course, I have been blessed. I can give you some.
얘한테 기술을 배울 수가 있어? 소프트웨어 업그레이드. 야, 이렇게 생겼는데 아 무전 치는 거 보면 기계는 잘 만지는 건가? 위장하고 전략하고 소프트웨어 업그레이드. 소프트웨어 업그레이드 하고 나서
Actually,
그거 해야 되나? 탐지기 업그레이드 하는 게 있었는데? 아, 고급 소프트웨어 업그레이드네? 스포가 그러면 2, 4 필요한 거야? 아씨, 지금 바로 못하네.
hey there, Tarakan.
But of course, I can.
일단 일반 소프트웨어 업그레이드라도 하자.
I'm ready to...
This is a big day for you, Mousy. For today, you get to be the cat. Thanks to your PDA thingy upgrade, you can now detect those pesky NAR soldiers, shadows, and living creatures in general.
섀도우까지?
I also replaced your regular battery with a more advanced one.
응? 더 자주 스캔할 수 있을 거야? 진짜? 아, 이것만 해도 더 자주 되는 건가?
Or it will explode. Whether you're out on a hunt or simply trying to avoid danger, it's pretty useful if you ask me, Mousy. Now let's do a live practice.
아니, 이 스킬을 맨 처음에 줘야 되는 거 아니냐? 야, 20일이면 게임 절반 이상이 지났는데 이걸 이제 와서 준다고? 이거를 먼저 줘야 되는 거
Close
아니야?
your eyes and count to 100. And no peeking.
USB. 된 거야? 와, 겁나 빠르다. 야, 이거 뭐야? 속도 미친 거 아니야, 이거? 와, 미쳤다. 야, 씨. 와, 그래, 이 정도 돼야지. 와, 미쳤다, 이거. 와, 이거를 먼저 써야지. 이렇게 적 표시도 되고. 나오세요, 할아버지.
See how useful this can be?
와, 미쳤다, 미쳤다.
It's hunt or be hunted. That is the law of nature. You can hold your own, Mousy.
오, 나이스, 나이스.
The Rat King
아,
won't
뭐야, 왜
know
다시
what
느려졌어?
hit him or her.
아, 방금 보여준 거는 설마 이건가? 이거까지 찍어야 저속도가 나오는 건가? 고급까지 찍어야?
What's the matter?
Hey there,
But
Tarakan.
of course I can.
고급까지 2포인트밖에 안 되네? 오케이, 바로 배워야지. 이건 배울 만한 가치가 있다. 만약 저속도라면은 무조건 배워야 된다.
Okay, Mousy. I upgraded your PDA. The scanner now uses much less energy and charges faster. It's useful when you need to find something to eat. Let's go hunting. We may as well stock up while we practice. Use the upgraded PDA to track down and shoot some small game.
작은 사냥감? 작은 사냥감이 뭘 말하는 거지? 쥐? 토끼? 뭐 내 총을 쏴서? 아닌데 총 못 쏘는데. 어떻게 잡으라는 거야? 뭐야? 잡은 거야? 뭘 토끼가 이렇게 삶에 의욕이 없어. 뭔 소리야 할아버지, 더 잡아야죠. 토끼 2마리로 누구 입을 때운다고 지금. 와, 탐색기 속도 이 정도만 돼도 진짜 개빠른데?
It seems you've got the hang of it. Well done.
됐나? 한번 써봐. 와, 그래 이 정도 속도. 야, 이거지. 아, 이거를 그냥 게임 초반부에 줘야 되는 걸 이걸 이제 주고 있네. 씨. 너무한 거 아니야? 일단 자러 가. (21일) 미하일은 진짜 어떻게 된 거냐. 아씨.
Are you prepared to face the day's challenges?
이 할아버지도 밖에 내보낼 수 있나? 지능이 9에다가 저항력이 8. 할아버지는 상황 봐서
I need to talk to you, Dor. This is important.
왜?
What's going on?
I've gotten word from Mafe. His scouts discovered a prison in the Red Forest.
They just discovered it now. I thought you guys knew this place better than the mice.
They discovered that an old Soviet bunker had been repurposed. It must have happened recently.
Go on.
We didn't know about it because there's no reason to venture out that way anymore. That part of the woods is crawling with lurkers and NAR goons.
And Matvey thinks it's a prison.
Exactly. Someone's being guarded there. Whoever it is,
미하일
it
아니야?
could be important. I know it's a long shot, but I still think it's worth it. It's not heavily guarded either. Definitely worth a try.
이건 가봐야 될 것 같은데. 없나?
No, I don't. I believe she's gone. I've made my peace with it a long time ago.
So, I take it you want me to check out this bunker prison.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. And Mafe is occupied elsewhere. Are you in?
미하일일 수도 있으니까 가봐야지.
You've got a point.
그리고
It makes
얘한텐
sense to
빚진
have
게
this
있다.
place on our radar.
호감 스택 최대한 쌓아놔야 돼.
Attaboy. Now go bring me back some good news.
호감 스택 최대한 쌓아놔야 돼. 잠깐만, 템을 좀 정리 좀 하고 출발하자. 나중에 총 안 맞으려면 지금 잘 해놔야 돼. 버섯 집어넣고. 샷건탄이 별로 없네. 이거 혹시 모르니까 2개만 들고 가자. 이거 그 설치를 해야 되니까 제작대를. 제작대 설치용으로 2개만 들고 가고. 샷건탄. 샷건탄이 이렇게 없다고? 아예 없다고? 제작을 해야 되나? 인화물질 별로 없는데? 2번만 제작하고. 그리고 방탄판 만들려면 이것도 인화물질 아니었나? 이거 말고 방탄판 제작이 내가 안 만들었나? 안 만들었나 보네. 그러면 얘를 끼는 게 나은 것 같아. 방어막 생성기. 위장. 아니네? 얘가 위장이 더 좋긴 하네. 그냥 인화물질을 최대한 챙겨오자. 저 뭐냐, 탐지기도 업그레이드 했으니까 겁나 많이 주실 수 있을 거야. 그래서 가야 할 곳이 붉은 숲? 아, 이거 일단은 미하일일 수도 있으니까 이거 그냥 바로 가자. 이것도 자원 먹기는 좀 글로 먹었지만 인화물질 심지어 낮음이네. 아씨. 미하일을 구할 수 있는 기회가 있다면 일단 구해야지. 49 70%? 타락한 여기 86%네. 나머지는 집에 있어. 임무를 받지 않은 동료가 아직 남았습니다. 그래도 계속 하시겠습니까? 휴식을 2명 배정할 순 없나? 아니 확률 개 낮으니까 니네 그냥 실종되지 말고 집에 있으라는 건데. 아 이거나 보내자. 웬만하면 80% 넘는 걸로 보내고 싶은데.
I know you just want to do the right thing, but are you sure you're not wasting your time? You usually don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. This whole zone is littered with old Soviet bunkers and relics of the past. Why would the NAR be interested in any of that?
그래도 구하러 가야지. 로딩 끝나고 물 좀 한 잔 따라오자. 방금 뭐 물 떨어가기 전에 뭐 포탈 열리는 소리 들렸던 것 같은데 잘못 들었나? 아 탐지기 속도 봐라. 미쳤다. 야 미쳤나. 미션은
I just
저기고
arrived in Red
뭐야.
Forest.
Great. Keep your eyes open and you should spot it.
On my way.
On my way. 그러면 미션 목표가 저기고 이거는 웬 또 물음표가 있냐? 저기 그 마을 쪽 아닌가? 와 탐지기 너무 좋다. 타락하니 일찍 나왔어야 되는데 와씨. 저거 아 뒤편에 괴물 있는 거구나 이거. 응? 안 가. 굳이 힘들어가면서 잡을 필요가 없죠. 아무것도 안 좋은 놈이라서. 버섯. 초반에는 버섯 찾기 좀 힘들었던 것 같은데 버섯이 잘 보인다. 방사능은 이제 좀 올라도 돼. 치료하면 그만이야. 인화물질. 여기는 어떻게 들어가지? 자물쇠로. 식량하고 저기에 적 한 명도 있네. 아 이거 너무 좋은 거 아니야? 적의 모습까지 보여준다고? 병사인가? 아니요, 괴물 소리인 것 같아요. 껍질 까기 전에 쏘는 건 의미가 없네. 무조건 튀어나와야 되네. 나와. 안 나와? 안 나오면 나 그냥 간다. 잘 있으셈. 잘 먹고 갑니다. 허브. 얘들은 뭔데 물음표가 또 있을까? 허브. 어? 또 NAR 병사야? 일자로 서세요. 어? 한 명 어디 갔어? 어? 세 명이잖아. 순사. 올가 우리 집에 있는데 지금 내가 납치했는디.
They won't bother you anymore.
A tough guy, huh? Well done. Usually these arseholes don't venture this far because of the lurkers. Anyways, thanks. We would have dealt with them ourselves, but I guess you saved us the trouble.
얘들은 이러고 아이템 하나도 안 줘. 대신 처리해줬으면 뭐라도 좀 주지. 나 연속 있지. 연속 있으면은 저기 연속이 하나 쓰는 것도 있는데 저기로 한번 가봐야겠다. 가는 길에 겸사겸사? 허브. 누구세요? 아! 틱! 아파 씨. 까빠 없이 맞으려니까 진짜 아프네. 체력이 많으니까 약을 한 번에 여러 개 써야 되네. 그래도 이거 체력 업그레이드 안 했었으면은 죽었을지도. 재수 없으면 체력 업해서 산 거 같은데. 여기다가 그거 하나 만들어야겠다. 제작대. 어우. 허브는 그냥 다 약으로 돌리자. 정신약 2개 먹고. 근데 연소기는 어디냐? 어? 아 여기 대놓고 있네? 안에 뭐 있긴 함? 샷건. 오, 슬러그탄. 샷건탄 많이 없었는데 잘 됐네. 여기 탄약 제작대 말고는 뭐 없는 것 같은데? 오히려 지상 쪽에 템이 많은데? 그냥 샷건만 먹으러 오는 곳인가 보다. 뭐야? 오히려 여기에 템이 많아. 방사능 좀 먹어도 돼. 괜찮아. 템이 더 중요함. 와, 탐지기 너무 편하다. 진짜로. 근데 이거 맨날 누를 때마다 눈치 보면서 눌렀어야 되는데 약간 여기 과연 먹을 게 있을까? 눌러서 이득 볼 만한 게 있을까? 이러면서 생각하면서 눌렀어야 되는데 지금 그냥 무지성 난사. 뭐야?
Olga, I found the entrance.
진짜 지하 입구가 있네?
They're probably close by.
Of course. Where else would they be?
저 앞에 사람. 암살도 가능할 것 같긴 한데 이거 아니다. 저거 중갑이냐? 나 이 미션 아예 처음 하는 것 같은데? 영문판일 때는 내가 그냥 대충 해서 넘어갔나? 여기 왜 들어온 기억이 없지? 계십니까? 말 그대로 지하 과목이네? 식량 2개. 내가 갇혔던 NAR 감옥이랑 비슷한데? 사람이야 저거? 적이야? 인물 표시가 되긴 하는데 적인지 생존자인지 모르겠는데? 감옥에 갇혀있으면은 적은 아닌 것 같은데? 당신 누구요? 꼬마?
Hey, little guy. What are you doing here? This is no place for children.
No kidding, old-timer. Let me out of here before the guards
작은
come back.
스토커.
What's your name, kid?
미하일이
I'm
아니네.
Gleb. I didn't do anything wrong. Let me out of here, or my uncle will kick the crap out of you.
녀석 말하는 꼬라지 보수.
I'm not little. I'm already 10, you know.
10살 치고는 키 겁나 큰데? 교도소에 대해 묻는다.
First, I need to know how you ended up here. What is this place?
I was going to visit my uncle. He was supposed to pick me up in Slavutich, and this black van came after me. There were 2 big guys with faces like potatoes. They said that they would take me to my uncle, and they gave me a can of Coke. It's supposed to wake you up.
남이 주는 거 함부로 먹으면 안 되지.
They kidnapped you.
When I woke up, I was in here.
근데 안 마셨어도 어차피 납치는 됐을 듯. 그냥 쉽게 되냐 좀 힘들게 되냐 그 차이지.
I tried to escape once by myself, but the stupid guards caught me and put me back in this cage. And one of them said, if you try and run again, you'll regret it, little rat. But I'm not like a little rat at all. Rats stink and poop everywhere.
You're the bravest little boy I ever met, Gleb.
I told you, I'm not a little boy.
진짜 잼민이처럼 말하네. 꼬마의 삼촌에 대해 묻는다.
Who's your uncle? Someone important?
Of course he is. He's a big shot around here. When he hears what happened to me, heads will roll.
대빵?
That's exactly what he'll say.
I wonder. Is your uncle in the military?
He was in the army like my daddy, but Mummy and Daddy are both in heaven now, so Uncle is taking care of me.
I'm sorry about your parents. So, he's a soldier, eh?
He's working on something big and important for important people, but I don't know what it is.
You're a riddle wrapped in an enigma, my dear lad.
실험에 대해 묻는다.
I want to help you, Gleb, but I need to ask you something first, okay?
Okay.
야, 준호 뭐 하나 물어볼 때 왜 이렇게 조심스럽게 물어보냐?
They stink like onions in medicine.
What kind of medicine?
I don't know, but my uncle drinks it too. Says it's good for his heart. He always carries a small bottle of it in his chest pocket. Really smelly.
I see. That kind of medicine. These men, did they ever hurt you? Did they give you
삼촌 약쟁이야?
shots maybe? Or pills?
No, they only yelled at me when I told them to let me go.
Did they put you in a weird machine? Or give you green crystals?
No, never.
Curious. So you have no idea why they put you in that cage?
They'd say I'd be collateral? Something like the bear.
Collateral?
담보?
Maybe. I don't know what that means. They said that my uncle knows I'm here and he's coming to
아,
visit
삼촌이
me.
얘 담보로 돈 빌린 거 아니야?
Poor boy. You've been through a lot.
아닌데?
Can I
돈을
see my
빌리나?
uncle
여기서?
now? Please, please, please.
Soon, kiddo. Just give me a minute to think here.
뭐 들을 만한 건 다 들은 것 같으니까
All
일단.
right. Time to bust you out of here.
Thank you. I'll tell my uncle that you're a really nice person.
Nobody deserves to be caged like that. You need to help him, Igor. Igor, look. If you think things through, you'll realize the lad is safer right where he is than out in the zone.
여기 있는 게 구역으로 나가는 것보다 더 안전할 거라고? 야, 그래도 뭐 NAR 병사가 가둬놨는데 이걸 두고 가? 뭐 착한 애들이 가둔 것도 아니고. 올가야 무슨 소리야? 너 혹시 NAR 아니지? 스스로 자유를 쟁취해라, 꼬마야.
Olga, I found something. A control panel. Perhaps it opens the cell doors.
What now, Igor? Do you have any babysitting experience?
Let the little wolf go. You can't leave him in that cage. It's
아, 나 참네.
The kid should stay in the bunker for now. Even if he's a prisoner, he's protected. He's safer in there than outside.
How about sending him to Madface? You said it was reasonably safe, right?
Not a place for kids. Everyone needs to know how to fight. What are they gonna do?
올가야 사실대로 말하면 저번에도 안 꺼내줘서 죽었단 말이야.
I don't know. Open that portal of yours and send him to your base.
I thought about it, but it's too risky. He's too small. The molecular
돌이킬
structure
수
of his
없는
body
감.
may be
분자가 아예
irreversibly
흩어질 수도 있다는 거야?
In that case, I'm telling you, leave him right where he is.
아, 씨, 어떡하지? 맵비에게 보내준다. 철창 안에 놔둔다. 아, 이거 올가는 호감도 떡락될 거 거의 확정인데. 어차피 결국 들킬 거란 말이지. 언젠가는 들킬 것 같은데. 아, 씨, 어떡하지? 아니 근데 NAR이 개짓거리할 것 같은데. 아, NAR을 어떻게 믿어? 풀어줘.
Olga, I'm sending the kid to your village.
I really hope you thought this through. He'll have to grow up very fast over there. They're not gonna go easy on him.
I was out on the streets even younger than him, and I turned out all right, didn't I?
49는 조용히 해.
I bet he'll do just fine.
The village is the only safe place in the zone.
뭐야? 아, 스토커 여기까지 들어오진 않겠지? 깜짝이야, 씨. 내가 데려다 줘야 돼.
Nearby, Glib. A stronghold full of people, like soldiers, but on our side. They'll shelter you. Just say Olga sent you. Think you can make it on your own?
쟤는 방독면도 약간 장난감처럼 생겼네.
My orienteering, top of my scout unit.
마을로 가. 올가가 싫어하려나? 그러면? 아... 안 좋은데 애들이랑 사이 다 나빠지고 있는데 나 지금. 아씨. 아니 고작 이런 걸로 우리 사이가 뒤틀어지거나 그럴 사이는 아닌데. 근데 뭐 여기도 지금 먹을 거 없으니까 그냥 바로 집으로 가자. 어차피 밖에 나가면 또 블랙스토커가 기다리고 있을 거야. 템도 없고 어차피. 지금 그나마 친한 애들이 사시코하고 올리비에밖에 없네.
How weird was that, huh? Discovering a secret NAR prison in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah. I guess it pays off to follow every lead. If it wasn't for you and Matvey, we might never have found this place.
It was nothing. I'm happy you saved that kid. I really am. I want you to know that.
근데
They told me
싫어해?
you arrived safely in the village. I still think it was the wrong decision at the time, but you were under a lot of pressure. Anyway, next time, please listen to me, little babushka, okay?
아니 얘 이상하다. 아니 NAR 감옥에 어떻게 두고 와 얘를? 뭔 짓을 할 줄 알고. 심지어 기지에서 휴식한 주제에 감히 나한테 오더 내려? 이씨 건방지네. 아로마 진정제 한 잔 더 먹고 진정제를 2개, 3개 더 만들어. 3개 더 만들고 허브는 5개 있고 소독제 3개 있고.
Any new developments, Professor?
Slowly getting there, I guess. Yeah, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Shoot.
What do you think about Olga?
Playing matchmaker, Kimnyuk? I thought you were a serious science type.
I'm just curious.
Normally I'd say it's none of your business, cause it ain't. But I like you, Igor. So
아 이제 친구로
I do
받아들이는
like
건가?
her. She's cool. She's got her own special swagger. But I can't allow myself any distractions right now.
Gotcha.
마음에는 든다.
I don't think she's available, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Just don't wait too long, Sashko. Life is short, and no one knows what tomorrow will bring.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Cut it with a melodrama, Kimanyuk. Really doesn't suit you. We'll be just fine.
올가도 젊고 사시코도 젊으니까 뭐.
Igor, I need to talk to you.
No Mousy today. So the Rat King is gone?
It won't be long before it returns.
또 왔다
You
갔다
don't have
하시네.
much time. You need to help me. I need to find out what happened to me. I remember the explosion.
Were you close to reactor number 4? That was the night Tachana disappeared. What do you remember?
Not much. Fire, sirens wailing, burned men, agonized screaming. It was Kharkiv, 1972.
What? I think you've got the time and geography mixed up.
The KGB and some military geniuses tried to put out a fire in the natural gas mine with a nuclear device. Almost a kiloton yield. They blew everything up, the morons. The column of fire and radioactive ash, kilometers high. People in villages nearby thought it was the end of the world.
What were you doing there?
You don't know. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. All I know is I was there to observe.
Calm down, Tarakan. We'll get to the bottom of it eventually. Try to get some rest now. All right?
애들한테 계속 말을 걸어야 되네. 스토리 보려면 타라칸도 나쁨이고 올가도 나쁨이고 미하일도 나쁨일 텐데 미하일은 완전 나쁜 데에서 그냥 나간 건가? 기지를? 아닌데 완전 나쁜 될 이유가 없는데.
Have you heard of cloud seeding?
구름씨 뿌리.
I've heard that it's possible. Why?
Because it was used to save Moscow from the Chernobyl fallout at someone else's expense.
There's a lot of crazy theories surrounding the Chernobyl catastrophe. What's your source for this one?
My mom told me it's what caused my father's thyroid cancer.
But there are a lot of factors involved in...
My mother was a doctor and a chemist. Trust me, she would know. Anyway, she told me what it looked like. Fighter jets shooting bullets with silver iodine in the radioactive clouds. The rain would wash down the toxic particles. The first cleanup operation was just 2 days after the Chernobyl disaster. Obviously, it was done in secret. The goal was to make the rain fall on smaller cities and villages in Belarus and Ukraine, where the cloud could reach Moscow. The little people suffered because of it. No one can even guess how many people died in the radiation-related diseases in the following decades. Of course, the authorities denied it. They're still denying it even today. Every time I think about it, I wish I had 1 or 2 of those fuckers in the sights of my Moss and Nugget.
I find that hard to believe.
Naturally. I heard you were once a true believer in the system.
It's not that simple.
No need to explain yourself. It was a long time ago. I just hope you're smarter now. Those in power will always think of themselves first. Communism or no communism.
가문이즘. 올리비아는 나한테 할 말 없냐? 어디 있는지도 모르겠네 이놈은. NPC들 찾기가 왜 이렇게 힘드냐? 아 여기 있다.
Hello.
Hey, you seem preoccupied.
I've been thinking about the nuclear disasters in the West. They never got as much coverage in the press as Chernobyl. Not anything like it. Isn't that odd?
I think the Americans just wanted to distract the world from what was going on in their own nuclear backyard.
Interesting. Some might call it a conspiracy theory, but do you think Chernobylite has already been discovered someplace else?
I really don't know. But if nuclear fusion is the key, then we should probably expect it to appear in other places. Hanford, Windscale, Bushehr, Fukushima. There are about
450개?
450 operational nuclear reactors in the world right
다 터지면 지구에서 못 살겠다 야. 씨.
Something to think about, eh? But let's focus on what's in front of us.
now. Right.
됐고 얘기는 다 나눈 것 같고 보자. 템이 락픽이 몇 개지? 락픽 4개에다가 연속이 3개. 인화물질 좀 들고 왔으니까 갑바 좀 만들고. 갑바 제작대 어디지 나? 중갑 제작대 내가 만들지 않았나? 중갑 제작대 안 만들었나? 만들었던 것 같은 기억이 나는 것 같은데 왜? 아 얘다 야. 아 이거 아 오랜만에 해가지고 이거 왜 금고가 설치라고 생각했는데 씨 얘였다. 아니 이게 어딜 봐서 제작되냐고. 아무리 봐도 금고인데 문 열면 금괴 들어있을 것처럼 생겼는데. MPL33 하나 주워온 거는 그냥 갈아버리자. 갈면은 무슨 기계 부품밖에 안 나와. 다른 것도 나온다고 돼 있는데 나오는 꼴을 본 적이 없어. 짬이나 자자. (22일)
We need to
뭐야?
talk.
아 왜 자꾸 네가 말 걸 때마다 불안해.
It's about my mother. Rather, about what she found. I
어머니?
didn't tell you this before because I didn't know if I could trust you. I think I know why they took my mom. She was dangerous to NAR. It wasn't a coincidence. She saw something, even took a photo. You see, when NAR first came here, they pretended to be friendly. They offered free examinations to several sample shells and even promised my mother medical assistance. It was all a ruse, of course. My mother was invited to their lab and she ended up seeing something she wasn't supposed to.
보지 말아야 할 것? 어머니가 본 게 뭘까?
She was inside their lab. You should have told me about this sooner. Do you know what she saw?
They were running experiments with Chernobyl-Light on human subjects. All volunteers, of course. Soon after that, people started vanishing, my mom included.
어머니도 실험체가 됐나 보다. 사진에 대해
Do
묻는다.
you still have the photo?
No, my mom always kept it on her.
그럼 사진도 같이 뺏겼겠네. 다른 증거에 대해서
Is
묻는다.
there any other proof to back up your mother's account?
No, but I can't see my mother lying about something like that. She only ever had the Samuelshell's best interest at heart.
난 더 이상 물어볼 게 없어.
My mother was the least selfish person I've ever known. She wanted to help everyone who suffered from the Chernobyl disaster in any way she could. She paid the ultimate price for her kind heart. Now, I have to find out why and make this right.
I get it. Really? She sounds like an amazing lady. How can I help?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to know what my mother saw in that lab. I need you to go
레닌
to Lenin
광장에서
Square and get
실험실로
inside.
침투해달라.
There must be something there incriminating NAR. This will help your search for Tatiana as well. If she's in the zone, she must somehow be part of all of this.
It won't be easy, but I'll definitely try.
아니 너무 어려운 부탁을 하는 거 아닌가? 적진에 뛰어들라고 그냥?
A moment, please. I heard you talking to our she-wolf here. You don't want to go to Lenin Square. I don't think you're ready. Who knows what you'll be up against?
I think I've proved myself quite capable, no?
You can harness the power of Chernobylite, an impressive feat. But what if they find a way to disable it?
올리비에를 진정시킨다. 올리비에에게 동의한다. 아니 근데 지금 올가 편 안 들면 올가 사이 겁나 나빠지는데. 아, 올가 챙기긴 챙겨야 될 것 같아.
I admire your grit, but I've seen guys like you in the field. They never quit until they're dead.
안톤 죽더니 쫄보가 됐구만 저거. 어? NAR의 중심, 진실. 우리 와이프 퀘스트도 해야 되는데 애들이 부탁을 너무 많이 해서 어디 딴 데 갈 수가 없네. 프리피아트 중앙 템도 많지 않나? 먹을 만한 건 있네. 사시코가 여기 가고 70%. 50% 되면은 그냥 집에 있어라. 사시코가 여기 가고 66%. 66% 좀 불안한데. 아버님은 그냥 집에서 쉬시고요. 올가 어떡하지? 올가 그냥 냅두고 가도 되나? 한번 미션 안 주고 그냥 출발해보자.
It seems that Olga's mother was onto something that got her killed. Could it be the key to finding out about the NAR's plans? Just be very careful, my love. I feel you getting closer to the heart of evil. Soon you may reach a point of no return.
이번에는 가급적이면 올가 편 들어줘야겠는데. 올가도 집 나가면 안 된다. 바로 앞이네.
After the lab, Igor. Should be in the middle of NAR's camp. See if you can slip in unnoticed. Don't get in any fight unless you have to.
교전 없이
Sure
볼래?
thing, Mum. And don't worry, I've got my sweater.
You've got some issues, don't you?
Okay. Now's not the time to get distracted.
Locate the lab and try to reach it without drawing attention. You don't want to fight all these guys at once.
잠입해야 되나? 잠입? 잠입 쉽지 않은데. 잠입해야 되니까 웬만하면 뛰지 말고 걷자. 아이씨 그냥 뛰어 여기선. 어차피 보는 놈도 없는데 뭐. 연구실이 저 앞으로 가도 되고 아무 때나 가도 되고. 많네 애들이 좀.
Take my
꼭지.
picture, Igor. Do it now.
Sure. What's got into you?
I want you to remember this moment. Keep it close to your heart. Whatever happens, we are connected. We belong together.
Of course.
위에도
You're
있어?
my fiance. And
That's not what I meant. Never mind.
이거 어떻게 잠입하냐? 애들 많은데. 다 중갑인가 설마? 올 중갑이면은 좀 힘들 것 같은데. 미션 목표가 위층인가? 수틀리면 쏜다. 수틀리면 그냥 쏴. 암살 안 되겠지? 중갑이지. 어? 아니나? 중갑 아니었네? 이씨, 중갑 다니면서 중갑인 척을 해. 죽어. 중갑인 줄 알았네. 저 한 놈은 위층에 있고. 아, 잘못 눌렀어. 아, 또 먹어버렸다. 아, 너무 맛있어. 낭비하는 치료약 최고야. 아플 때 먹는 것보다 훨씬 맛있구만. 낭비하면서 먹는 게. 저기 앞에 서 계신 건가요? 저거 뭐지? 서 있는 거야? 뭐야? 씨. 이거 약을 자꾸 실수로 먹어버리니까 빠른 이거 바꿔버리자. 밑으로 바꿔버리자. 씨. 어? 블랙스토커?
And 100 mils of chlordiazepoxide. I know that voice. Where have I heard it before?
Right away.
Send everything to the main laboratory tent. Don't make me wait.
Yes, sir.
대화하려나 얘랑? 암살이 아니겠지? 대화겠지? 대화다.
Who are you? What are you doing in here?
That man on the phone. Who was it?
You're Kiminyuk. Dear God, please don't hurt me.
I asked you a goddamn question.
My boss, you mean? I don't know his real identity. Almost nobody
야,
does.
근데
I
보자마자
swear.
해치지 말래.
You really want to play it this way?
대체 악명이
I can see
얼마나
you're scared,
높길래?
and rightfully so. But it seems you're deliberately trying my patience.
No, not at all, sir. Please, I can't tell you what I don't know. But I can tell you other things. Just ask. Just don't kill me. I can be useful. You'll see.
Vanya, my patience is wearing thin.
Oh.
Where are those damned chemicals?
대답하게끔
Answer
놔둔다.
him, but casually.
말 잘해라.
Relax.
응?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll send them right away. Apologies for the delay.
Spare me the excuses and move. I need that chlordiazepoxide.
쟤는 왜 이렇게 성격이 급하냐? 블록스토커.
You two continue without me. For your sakes, you don't screw this up.
It would be best if you forgot I was ever here.
Of course. I won't tell a soul.
뭐야, 이러고 끝이야? 얘한테는 뭐 뜯어낼 만한 정보가 없나 보네. 이걸 살려주고 그냥가? 근데 총 쏘면은 애들 소리 들릴 테니까 냅두는 게 낫겠지? 암살도 안 되네. 넌 운 좋은 줄 알아, 임마. 어디로 가야 돼? 여기가 아닌데. 와, 스캔 속도 진짜 미친 거 아니냐 이거? 스캔 속도가 너무 딸라가서 인지력이 못 따라갈 정도야. 야, 씨. 너무 빨리 스캔하는 거 아니냐고. 안에도 둘이나 있는데 병사인가 과학자인가? 보일랑 말락. 과학자네.
Look at the tissue structure. This used to be a
저기요,
liver.
교육 좀
If you
물읍시다.
can believe it. We need to collect samples.
The brain is...
Vanya? Finally. Who the hell are you? What did you do with Vanya?
Stay very still if you want to live.
Please don't hurt us. We're scientists. We...
Yeah, so was Dr. Mengele. Are you performing a vivisection without anesthesia? Administering shots of typhus? What are you doing exactly? I really want to know.
No, nothing like that. We're not beasts. We treat our patients as humanely as possible. But you have to understand that...
Scientific advancement requires sacrifice. Other people's sacrifice.
You make it sound sinister.
But yes,
아, 대의를 위한
everything we
일이다.
do is for the greater good.
How does it work? Are you shooting these poor souls up full of Chernobylite?
I can't talk about that. The NDA we signed is very strict. The penalties...
Did you just say NDA? Are you for real? Stop being a corporate stooge and start thinking about your own life.
계약 서고 나발이고 여기서 뒤진다니까 얘들아.
Sure, you're right, of course. We started out giving them shots, but that was just the first stage. We're way past that now.
Uh-huh.
It was, you see. The fatality rate was... it didn't bring the desired results.
We've moved from administering nano solutions to directly editing human genomes to enhance them with Chernobylite. We've developed our own Chernobylite CRISPR.
Your patients or subjects, whatever you call them, especially the locals, what happened to them?
Which ones? There were many patients here. Some of them didn't make it past the final phase. The others, we don't know.
Don't let him dodge the question. Make him talk.
Look, please, can we all try to stay calm? Let us explain. Modifying genomes is only the first step. Next, we induce a state of superconsciousness in the subject's gamma brainwaves. It's basic neurology. The sympathetic nervous system begins to release enormous amounts of energy straight to the brain via the thalamic gate at the brainstem. When the thalamic gate opens, the energy flows to the pineal gland and... well, there you go. I don't like to use this term, but it opens a third eye.
제3의 눈?
A third eye? Right. Then what?
Enhanced by Chernobylite, the pineal gland can do incredible things. Release all kinds of energy, and even influence physical objects, as in telekinesis.
You're torturing people so they can bend spoons with their mind? God, what kind of quacks are you?
This is all following the scientific method, believe me. These are closely monitored, replicable experiments. Anyway, when the subject is ready for the final stage, we put them in an induced coma. Contrary to what you might think, it's for their own good.
Explain, and fast. What is this final stage?
Our boss calls it communion. It's when the subject's gamma brainwaves interact with Chernobylite's mental waves, or, well, to tell you the truth, we don't know exactly what it is. Chernobylite is like a virus, in a way. It's not exactly inorganic matter, but neither is it a living organism. It's something in between. And it produces a type of brainwave, even though it clearly has no structured organic tissue.
교감에 대해 묻는다.
Well, what's the purpose of this communion?
This is where it gets really interesting.
재밌어진다고?
You know that Chernobylite can be used to create wormholes, right? You've been doing it yourself. But these wormholes are special. Haven't you noticed? They're not a purely physical phenomenon.
I don't understand. What else could they be?
We know what singularities and the tunnels should look like. We know what they are in theory. But has anyone actually been inside one before?
Bullshit. I've studied Chernobylite too. The exotic energy it contains is powerful enough to create quasi-black holes and passages between them.
We thought so too, at first. But think about this. What if there was an organism, or a virus, an entity powerful enough to create its own
지금 뭔가 내용이 이해가 안 가냐? 왜 이렇게 이과적이야?
organism could encapsulate that kind of energy, or survive if it did. A living entity would be torn to shreds.
But Chernobylite is not a normal biological organism, is it? We have no idea what it is. Just try and consider the possibility that the wormholes you're walking into are not something created outside of Chernobylite. They are Chernobylite. You're traveling through the veins and corridors of its multidimensional body.
But what does that have to do with this communion thing?
Isn't it obvious? We're trying to communicate with Chernobylite, or somehow influence it through the mental energy of our subjects. But getting inside this thing's mind, or whatever it is, must be a truly disturbing experience.
You're fucking insane, both of you. You need to stay away from the morphine cabinet for a while. I've heard enough.
시신에 대해 묻는다. 타냐?
Who's your patient here?
I'm not sure, but she must have been carefully selected.
Selected? How? Did she volunteer? Or was she maybe run down and captured by soldiers in the woods? Talk!
I'm not familiar with the selection process. Our boss would know. But we know very little about him.
What's your boss in charge of exactly?
The entire biotech division, pretty much everything Chernobylite related, but mainly the impact on human physical and psychological functions.
크리스퍼에 대해 묻는다. 크리스퍼가 뭐지?
Clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. How does this work with Chernobylite?
It's similar to a standard gene editing tool. We take specialized protein from a certain bacteria, modify it with Chernobylite, and then target the exact genes we want to modify.
Wait, I know more about physics than genetics, but CRISPR is usually done on embryos, right? And it takes time. Sometimes even
아니 이거
years
주인공을
for mutations to
과학자로 한 이유가 있구만. 과학자가 아니면 어떻게 이런 지식을 갖고 있겠어. 과학자니까 이런 소리 하고 있지.
Exponentially. It no longer takes years, but weeks, sometimes mere days. Marvelous, isn't it?
과학자니까 이러고 이해하고 그걸로 질문하고 막 이러고 있는 거지. 일반이었으면 그게 뭔데 이러고 있었겠네 이거.
Bunch of gibberish. I want to see the actual research. Where do you keep your data? All the research data.
Check the database in this computer. Everything can be accessed from here.
It's password protected, isn't it?
Promise not to kill us and we'll tell you.
Don't worry, I don't give a shit about you. Password.
23#98S$.
야 바로 불어버리네. 하긴 뭐 살리면 불어야지 뭐 어쩌겠어.
Listen to me very carefully, Igor. This research, this data, it's too dangerous.
아 얘는 또 삭제하라 그러네.
People died because of it. Delete
아 왜 좀
everything.
보자. 보고 나서 삭제해도 되는 거 아니야?
But at least no one will profit from her death. And the deaths will
아니 왜 항상 이지선다야?
You need to download this research, Mousy. This is the Rat King's brain stash. It's dangerous, yes, and inhuman. But it could contain the key to defeating him.
아 올가랑 타락한? 아 왜 하필 둘이 대립이냐? 아씨. 아까 그냥 사시코랑 대립할 때 올가 말을 들어줄 걸 차라리. 아씨. 아 다운로드하고 본체는 삭제하면 되는 거 아니야? 아니 왜 둘 중 하나를 선택해야 되는 거야 왜? 아씨. 올가야, 너 어차피 나중에 비밀을 알게 되면 넌 날 싫어하게 될 거야. 그리고 우리가 데이터 삭제한다고 얘네가 뭐 연구 안 하겠냐? 더 빡세게 하겠지.
Looks like the Black Stalker is enhanced somehow by Chernobylite. The NER put him in charge of safeguarding their science secrets.
세모노프 박사님. 세모노프 박사가 주인공 스승이라 그랬나? 오메가 유닛의 리더 블랙스토커. 오메가 유닛의 리더? 블랙스토커가 리더야?
They really achieved something incredible here.
Why did you do it? God damn you!
You did good, Igor. We will turn this information into a weapon against the Rat King.
올가. 아니 근데 올가야 이거 봐야지. 이거 삭제한다고 얘네가 연구 안 하거나 그런 것도 아닌데. 삭제했다고 아 연구 데이터 사라졌네 그만해야겠다 이게 아니지. 얘네는 야 연구 내용 사라졌으니까 더 빡세게 굴려가지고 다시 되찾아야 된다 이러면서 더 많은 사람들이 죽겠지. 올가가 생각이 짧구만. 당장 눈앞에 있는 것만 지우겠다고 더 많은 희생자를 내려고 이거. 나는 옳은 선택을 했다. 온 김에 여기 좀 털어가자. 여기 물음표는 없지? 물음표는 없고 그냥 탁자 위에 놓여있는 템들 좀 털어가면 되겠네요. 아 스캔 너무 편하고. 뭐야 저거 중갑병 아니냐?
When I finish my contract, I'm going to grow a beard. Chicks in Moscow dig beards.
두발 제한이나봐. 수염도 못 기르게 하냐? 뭐야? 와, 저기서 내 소리 듣는 거야? 중갑병은 진짜 세긴 세다. 먹을 거 다 먹은 거 같으니까 집에 가자. 별거 없네. 아, 올가 기지 떠나겠는데 근데? 올가랑 사이 엄청 나빠졌는데.
I'm sorry, Olga. Nobody deserves to die so horribly.
I was hoping for some good news, but perhaps I was foolish. My mother, these people, they were all just used, processed. How could anyone do something like this? Anyway, did you find anything of value?
삭제하라고 했던
Not sure
언제고.
yet. Bizarre theories about Chernobylite mostly. I don't know if I want to get into the details yet.
Try me. I'm not a bookworm like you, but I'm not stupid either.
Well, NAR seems to think Chernobylite is like a giant turtle that carries our universe on its back. They figure they can tame it and ride it wherever they want. Like a pet.
A turtle?
It's just a metaphor, but the scientific theory behind it is no less insane.
Right. Thanks for trying.
이러나 저러나 말도 안 되는 실험을 하고 있다 이건가? 아, 미션 안 주면은 그냥 알아서 기지에서 머무르네. 체력과 사기가 많이 증가합니다. 밥 더 준다고 내 호감도가 올라가지는 않겠지 아무래도. 아, 애들 호감도, 올가 호감도 매우 나쁨일 것 같다. 다음엔 뭐가 됐든 간에 올가 편 들어줘야겠네.
I just remembered something, Mousy.
타락한 씨 올라갔죠?
What is it? More rat stories or history lessons?
A cautionary tale. A wise Mousy can always find a tasty bit of cheese if he's smart. But take care that the cheese isn't poisoned or sitting in a trap. You never know what you might find.
What are you talking about?
Odessa,
What are you talking about?
1957. Kapow!
이 할아버지는 왜 이렇게 폭발하는 곳에만 많이 갔어요?
Trying to stick their ugly little stouts where they shouldn't.
Yes, I remember reading about that. It was a chemical explosion, right? Huge quantities of cesium-137 and strontium-90
아, 주인공
were
너무
released into the
박식해.
atmosphere. Wasn't that classified?
While you were reading about it, my mother had to live through it. The placid Teka River, so beautiful this time of the year. But after the boom, so poisonous.
Yes, one of many regrettable failures.
No, Mousy. What you call failure, I call a deliberate plan of the rat. He lured the silly little mouses with a chunk of smelly yet delicious cheese. But it was poisoned. And the cheese you are looking for may be poisoned as well, even if it looks delicious. So be very careful, little mouse. Whenever you sense these mash...
I'll keep it in mind.
얘가 말하는 대항주는 대체 누굴까? 관계상태 중립. 중립이네. 좋아함도 아니네. 올가야 하. 아, 얘는 올리비에고. 올가 어디서 올가 하. 올가야, 우리 얘기 좀 하자. 기지 떠날 건 아니지?
What can I do for you, Professor?
나쁨이네. 이거 다음 이제 진짜 떠날 수도 있겠다. 한 번 더 배신하면은.
Hey there, old timer. What's cooking?
Nothing much. I need...
Ain't radiation a stone cold bitch? That raggedy ass old man.
About what?
About Pripyat being contaminated even before you're a scientist. Is there any truth to it?
프리피아트가
Again, may not be the
전에도
most reliable
오염됐었다고.
source of information in the zone, but
Explain.
for starters, the choice of Pripyat as a location for a nuclear power plant was a mistake.
Was it? It's fairly secluded. Nothing but woods and swamps. Perfect spot to keep things secret.
Swamps, exactly. swampland is very poor in certain minerals and elements. Same goes for the vegetation in this whole area. Because of this, the local plants absorb pretty much everything very quickly, even if it's poisonous, like, for example, the radioactive isotope of iodine. Also, both the Soviet Union and some NATO countries have been testing nuclear weapons like crazy since the 50s, pushing millions of tons of radioactive fallout into the atmosphere.
Right, I watched something about that on YouTube. Castle Bravo, Tsar Bomber, serious shit.
And it only intensified leading up to 1963.
아니 왜 갑자기 과학 공부를?
As many tests as possible before the PTBT came into effect.
근데 이게 진짜 과학에 기반해서 하는 말 맞나?
The Partial Test Ban Treaty, an agreement between the
난
USSR
이런 쪽은 하나도
and the
모르니까.
West that nuclear testing should be conducted underground only. But hundreds of nuclear explosions had already polluted the atmosphere all over the world, including over Chernobyl. If someone had bothered to take a Geiger reading of the marshes around Pripyat before building the power plant, they'd have found out it was already irradiated.
Unfucking believable.
Unfucking believable. 뭐 만들 만한 거 있나? 언제 올가가 날 찢어 죽이려고 할까? 넣을 거 다 넣고, 돌격소총 탄약도 넣고, 락픽 4개에다가 연속이 2개. 시뮬레이션 벌써 된다고? 아, 블랙스토커 가능하네? 근데 블랙스토커 저거 신분증 얼굴 보여주지 말지. 뭔가 블랙스토커에 대한 환상이라고 해야 되나? 약간 뭔가 그 신비성이 좀 사라지는 것 같아. 사진이 있으니까. 없는 게 더 나았을 것 같은데.
Listen, Georgi, I know what I'm doing, but there's no going back now.
I know, my dear friend. It's just that we lost such a brilliant mind that terrible night. I'm afraid of losing you, too, all over some romantic squabbles.
보리스?
And this misunderstanding also cost you your good looks.
I don't want to listen to this anymore. No more distractions, you hear me?
Oh yes, of course. I'm very happy to hear that it's all in the past now.
설마 보리스가 블랙스토커거나 그런 거야?
Good. So let's get to it. I would like to see
아닌가?
some results as soon as
오해가
possible. We
얼굴을
both know
망쳤다는 건
that
뭔
she's
소리야?
the key. We've wasted enough time already.
All right. Just don't do anything rash, please. We need to follow the proper protocols.
So my dear friend Boris worked with Semenov even after the Chernobyl disaster.
얼굴 어떻게 됐는데? 나도 보고 싶은데 나한테 왜 안 보여줘?
The key to what? More secrets. I've got to keep
얘가 보리스 아닌가? 얼굴 뭐 뭉개지거나 뭐 그런 건가 지금? 나는 홀로그램으로밖에 못 봐가지고 모르겠는데. 시베리아 NAR 병원.
Trials were too aggressive, my friend. I told you that you were using too much, didn't I? I told you. You're lucky you didn't end up brain dead like the others. But here we are. Boris is dead. Truly dead this time. There's no reason to pretend otherwise now. I suppose I should have seen this coming. The mental projections you told me about, the visions, they've been building for some time.
뭐야?
To be honest, I just thought that your hallucinations meant you were losing your mind. Prolonged exposure to Chernobylite often causes psychosis and hysteria, after all. Why, I've seen the test subjects babbling about Cthulhu or wanting to save the world from rats.
쥐들도 대왕지 얘기 아니야? 타락한?
You really did it, my friend. You crossed the Rubicon. You achieved something that no one has ever achieved before. Well, except her. But she has a different purpose. You will be the first of your kind. You will help me bring about a new era of human evolution. You will help me reach the stars.
뭔 소리 하는겨?
Forget your past. Forget your pathetic personal involvements. Distractions. Foolish distractions for the weak. Wasting your time seeking validation from others, but not anymore. You don't need any of that going forward. You're to be my right hand in the days to come.
세모노프 박사가 다 계획한 건가 그러면?
It's time to drop your old mask and don a new one. Time to become what you
누구죠?
were always meant to
블랙스토커
be.
가면이잖아.
The Black Stalker. Wake up soon. We've got plenty to do, you and I.
So it was Boris all along. He started the Chernobylite trials on himself.
맞네.
Became the Black Stalker.
그래서 날 못 죽여서 안 다리고 거 그런 거였구나. 날 못 잡아먹어서 안 다린 이유가 그거였어. 보리스여서. 보리스가 나 싫어하니까. 근데 만날 때마다 털리네? 그렇게 파업을 하고도 존나 털리고 있군. 한심한 녀석.
I've told you everything you need to know, General. What seems to be the problem?
The problem? That's what you're calling it. Look, I won't even pretend to understand what you and your lab monkeys are doing down there. And I wouldn't care if I did.
아, 그럼 세모노프를 그때 죽였어야 되네 아주.
And the safety of my men.
근데 주인공이 세모노프가 스승이었으니까 뭐 어떤 선택지가 뜨든 간에 죽이진 못했겠지.
So the next time you decide to rush an experiment that can potentially release a bunch of fucking monsters into the world, please tell me beforehand so I have time to devise a strategy.
First off, the shadows are key to our research. They are hybrids that... You know what? I won't bother you with details that you won't be able to understand anyways.
저렇게 말해도 되는 거야?
And second, actually, no, I'm responsible to the board, not to you, Kozlov. Your job is to safeguard this operation, not lecture me on things you will never come close to understanding. In fact, the board wants you to cooperate closely, very closely, with my right-hand man. I would like you to familiarize him with all of our security protocols.
Who? The freak in the black mask? You want to tell me who the hell he is? I like to know who I'm working with.
If you need a name, call him what the rest of your men call him, the Black Stalker. One last thing, I know you don't share my views on the future prospects of this organization. But don't even think about throwing in the towel. If we fail, there will be hell to pay for both of us. There is no walking away now.
아니 뭐 세모노프 박사 착하다더니 개짓거리 다 하고 다닌 것
So
같은데.
the NAR is somehow responsible for creating shadows. Or at least releasing them into the world. And Boris, the Black Stalker, is also involved in NAR security.
만나면 다음번에 만나면 인사 좀 해야겠는데. 잘 지냈냐고. 친구잖아. 23일. 엔딩 제대로 볼 수 있나? 미하일은 진짜 죽은 거야? 뭐야? 아니 미하일은 어디 간 거야? 스토리상 실종이 아니라 그냥 진짜 뒤져버린 건가?
We need to talk, Igor.
뭐요?
I'm all ears.
Got some intel that needs acting on. NAR is preparing a huge shipment of munitions, maybe food as well.
우리 식량
Can't let
많은데.
this opportunity go.
Well, you're not wasting any time on that radio, huh? Sure, I'll look into it.
아, 또 코파치야? 아, 왜 이렇게 코파치에 자주 보내냐? 아씨. 코파치 먹을 것도 없는데. 어? 여기 올가 99%. 올리비에 70%. 73% 있네. 이건 49 보내고 70% 갈만 하겠지. 코파치 가야지 뭐. 가라 한데 어쩌겠니? 가야지. 타락한 그냥 집에서 쉬세요. 아버님은 집에서 쉬고 계세요.
Olivier wants to play soldiers, Igor. For him, everything is war. And the spoils of war. What about you, my darling? What is your mission? The NAR doesn't care about anything or anyone. Deaths are just numbers on a page for that greedy corporate beast. And the beast won't allow you to pull out its teeth so easily.
코파치. 퀘스트가 좀 세면 예브게니 수송 차량. 얘네는 둘 다 NPC고 메인 미션은 저기네. 메인 미션으로 바로 가자. 여기 어차피 템이 없을 거야. 돌아다녀서 뭘 먹고 싶어도 왔다 간 지 얼마 안 돼가지고.
Let's leave this place forever, Igor. Let's just go, please.
Leave? But where would we go?
Anywhere. America or Western Europe? With your brilliance and my charm, we could live any place we want.
Well, that's a dangerous fantasy, Tanya. The kind that could get us arrested. You know that. Our life is here now.
This life, as you call it, is going to be the death of us one day.
사람은 누구나 다 죽어. 와이프는 여기 나라 떠나고 싶어 했나봐. 하긴 언제 걸릴지 무서웠겠지. 아 근데 진짜 정보를 팔아먹으려고 한 건 맞았었나? 진실인지 아닌지는 못 봤던 것 같은데. 아 탐지기 속도 너무 좋고. 건너가 건너가. 아니 여기 전체가 방사능 구역이야 뭐야 이거. 여기인가? 지하에 아이템 하나 있네.
Olivier, I'm up on the roof. There's a signal flare in the distance.
I assume it's red?
Yes.
Must be the drop zone. That's your target. Time to roll. Good luck.
Yes, sir, Olivier, sir.
Anton was a good guy. So let's do our best.
아니 갑자기 안톤 얘기는 왜 해?
Try to keep a low profile out there. Don't let NAR spot you. And don't take more than you can easily carry.
될 수 있는 만큼 다 대고 가야지. 가방 넉넉하다고. 200m. 방사능. 왜 길이 있다고요 이거. 씨. 저거 뭐야? 네모난 거? 쪽지인가? 쪽지 같은데?
Heading out to the kindergarten again?
Lena asked me to help with the children. They've been short-staffed lately.
You've got a big heart, Tanya. But you can't spend all your time worrying about everyone else. You need to take care of yourself.
It matters how we raise these children, you know? They'll be the ones taking care of us when we grow old.
Too late for me, I guess. I'm already old.
아, 와이프는 애들에게 장기 투자를 하나?
Silly. Oh, don't worry. I will always take care of you, Professor Kumunik.
뛰어가자. 아, 지하에 있는 쪽지도 먹고 올 거랬나? 아닌데 지하에 있는 쪽지는 먹었던 것 같았는데. 이 먹었던 쪽지도 아마 표시되는 것 같아가지고 헷갈리네. 먹은 거는 그냥 사라지게 해주지. 계세요? 거의 다 왔는데. 저 앞에 머리. 가만히 있어 임마. 빗나갔고요. 아, 드럽게 안 맞네. 오케이, 일단 도망칠까? 아, 이거 총 쏠 때 너무 흔들흔들거려. 아씨. 어디야? 위치 바꿔. 와, 중갑병사 있네. 괜찮아, 천천히 하면 돼. 우회해, 우회해. 어디지? 뭐야, 이 새끼들. 잠깐만. 죽어 임마. 죽어. 쟤는 나무 뒤에 숨은 것 같고. 오케이. 나도 오케이. I'm not okay. 오케이. fuck. 침착. 아, 침착. 사람 살려. 존내 아프다. 괜찮아. 천천히 피해보고 하면서. 뒤질 뻔했네. 일로와, 씨. 레일건이다, 인수가. 레일건 자식아. 또 있어. 컷. 드럽게 아프네, 씨. 앙상 때문에 신체가 괴물이라고요? 애들한테 훈련을 좀 받았지. 드럽게 아파. 다 먹었나? 별것도 아닌 녀석들이 저기 하나 더 있는 거 아니야? 너는 친구들 싸울 때 뭐 한 것이지? 얘 어딨지? 집 안에 있는 거야? 집 안에 누가 있다고? 누구세요? 안녕히 계세요. 사람이 아니었네. 앱공 기능이 있어서 참 좋아, 이럴 때. 올리비에는 숨어서 들고 올 수 있는 만큼 들고 오라고 그랬지만 나는 다 가져간다.
Olivier, I can see the crates. It looks promising.
Well done. I know you worked hard for this, but don't get greedy. Remember, low profile.
저 폭발물 아니야?
Olivier, I'm not so sure. We have a chance to deny them this whole drop. Would make our life a lot easier.
Think it through. How many days before they replenish it? What you're suggesting will only piss them off more.
올리비에의 말을 듣는다. 폭파시킨다. 이거는 올리비에랑 사이 틀어지는 거고, 올리비에 말을 듣는다. 이거는 조금만 슬쩍하는 건가? 조금만 슬쩍해.
Causing an uproar when it's not completely necessary won't help our mission.
이게 하나하나가 설마 엔딩에 영향을 주나? 야, 아무리 그래도 그렇지 그거 한 덩이 챙기는 거야? 야, 너무 소심한 거 아니냐? 그거 한 덩이 챙긴다고? 아니, 그거 한 덩이 챙길 거면 그냥 한 덩이 챙긴 다음에 불태워버리면 되지. 아니, 하나만 챙기고 나머지는 불태워. 어이가 없네. 일단 집에 갈까? 좀 있으면 스토커 양반 올 것 같으니까. 아니다, 최대한 파밍하고 갈까? 근데 여기 파밍 할 만한 게 있나? 웬만한 구역이 이제 죄다 파밍할 만한 게 없긴 한데, 방사능, 아이씨. 오케이, 인화물질 1.8개 이득. 가자. 올리비에가 체르노빌라이트 잘 들고 오긴 하네.
Stay away from rats, Mousy.
For sure. I can't stand those furry little...
We'll build an aeroplane. We'll soar above the forests. We'll soar above the
할아버지 또 정신 나가셨다.
And then we'll come back to Mama. But Mama isn't there anymore.
You're always creeping me out.
Mama was taken by the Rat King.
Taken where?
To Ozersk. Mama was a chemical engineer. She helped build the power source for the very first Rat King.
Ozersk? City 40?
The Rat King gave the order to hundreds of thousands of mice. And the poor little creatures kept on digging, 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 digging. In the rain, in the mud. When the big hole was finally ready, they built...
Your mum was there?
Then she vanished. She turned into stardust. Mama was close. Close enough to see everything. She was discovering the mysteries of the Rat King's energy.
I'm sorry, Tarakan. I know how it feels to lose someone you love.
뭔가 이상하게 말하긴 하는데 말은 통하네.
What's up, Igor?
Tell me about your time with Yura Kirpish.
Why the interest all of a sudden?
You tested me because you wanted to know who you were working with. Now I'd like to know more about you.
Fair enough. Well, I did a few things I
후회할 만한 일?
Like what?
The businessy term for its goods redistribution.
You
뭐
stole
부르주아
from the
죽창이라고
rich and
가야겠냐?
gave unto yourself.
Not myself. We used to have a, guess you would call it a fund. Something like a joint bank account. Everyone had to contribute. It was used to pay for our wages and bribe the police, but also to help anyone struggling, living in poverty. Yuri Kipish is one nasty motherfucker. He also takes care of his neighborhood.
He sounds like a real hero.
유라 모시기가 얘 보스라 그랬나?
How could
보스?
you? You never wondered where you were going to sleep at night or when you'd get to eat next?
A lot of people are born into poverty. They don't all become criminals.
A lot of people are living a life of quiet desperation. I don't agree with that. I don't give a rat's ass about other people's rights and wrongs. I define my own morality. Never ask for anything and make your own luck. That's my motto.
That's pretty dark. I guess you don't have much hope for humanity.
Oh, I do. I hope it fucks itself over for good one day. Once and for all.
말하는 것만 보면 둘이 서로 싸운 줄 알겠다. 그러면은 피약을 좀 많이 썼지. 허브 좀 뜯어야겠는데. 16개? 허브 그리 많지 않아. 근데 템을 먹고 싶어도 어딜 가도 템들이 죄다 어중간해가지고 맛있는 데가 없네 이제. 그리고 기간이 얼마 안 남아가지고 퀘스트를 최대한 따라가야 돼. 파밍보다는. 근데 이거 아마 기간 돼도 엔딩 안 되고 뭐 따르게 되지 않았나?
Tanya, what's going on?
I want you to see something.
또 아직 보여줄 거 2개도 못 봤는데. 아, 또 코파치야? 코파치 좀 그만 가. 코파치에 먹을 거 없단 말이오. 자, 개인 퀘스트 없으니까 오랜만에 다른 데 좀 갈까 이제? 중간 높음. 항구 한번 털까? 항구 털자. 맹각탑 99%. 여기도 99%네. 올리비에가 여기 가고 여기는 올가가 가고 0%는 뭐냐? 타락한 할배 한번 보내볼까? 40%는 집에서 쉬어라. 과거 프리피아트 항구의 유령들, 물음표, 자물쇠공. 버섯, 화품. 노란색 아이템하고 초록색 아이템하고 뭔 차이지 이거? 인화물질. 차이점이 있는가요? 이 소리는? 아, 체르노빌라이트. 요거까지만 먹고. 아, 여기도 템 있네. 여기 지하로 들어가는 길 있지 않았나 여기? 뭐야? 지하로 들어가는 길이고 나발이고 방사능이 너무 심한데요? 와, 순식간에 5칸 찬 것 봐, 씨. 이거 하나 까먹자. 약 성분이 뭐길래 정신 상태가 나빠지는 걸까? 아이템 상자. 박스.
Remember when we first arrived in this city of the chosen ones? Semenov so badly wanted you on his team. You were handpicked from Leningrad Polytechnic. You and Boris.
And you, Tanya.
Please, stop lying to yourself. I was only invited here because of you. This was your adventure all along. You were the hero who was supposed to make a difference.
We both wanted this.
You wanted this. But have you ever asked what I wanted?
얘들은 왜 와이프 자꾸 불러놓고 부부싸움만 해?
Everything I've done, everything I planned, it was all for us. This was supposed to be our future.
Future? Let me show you the future.
미래를 보여주지? 각 잡고 싸우려고 부른 것 같아 무슨. 여기 물음표 있었는데 사라졌다. 아니 살아계셨을 적에 쌓인 게 좀 많으셨나? 그래서 그런가? 살아있을 적에 잘해주지 그랬어. 야 사거리 너무 멀어서 피가 안 나네. 중갑이구나 게다가. 응? 뭐야? 뭐야 이거 탄이 왜 없어? 열 발 안 쐈는데 이거 탄이 없었냐 방금? 열심히 뛰어와봐라. 아, 총 너무 좋고. 수색 중. 아직 더 있어? 네, 뭐 템 먹고 있다 보면 알아서 오겠지라고 생각했는데 안에 누가 있네. 야, 나 샷건 어디 갔냐? 이거 왜 즐겨찾기에서 빠졌어? 괴물 나와. 어디지 이거? 맛있고. 이거 딱 보니까 괴물이 있는 곳인데 위층에도 접근할 수가 없는 곳인데 저거 어디지? 일단 먹을 거 먹어. 수색 중이라고 떠있긴 한데 오는 얘는 없네. 저거 뭐야? 거슬리게 계세요? 여기도 뭐 비밀 통로 같은 게 있나? 여기 영안실 아니야? 저게 뭔진 모르겠지만 신경 안 써도 될 듯. 꼈나보지. 뭐야? 깜짝 놀랬잖아 이 새끼야. 언제 왔어 이씨. 왔으면 오셨다고 말씀을 하셔야지 이거. 여기는 가스 마스크를 끼고 들어가야 될 것 같은데. 앞에 뭐예요?
Athanasius! Athanasius!
아타나시우스가 뭔데?
Hello, stranger.
Still looking for your brother?
Yes, I can't figure out where Athanasius could have gone.
뭐 이름 부르길래 이 건물 안에 있는 줄 알았네. 씨. 열심히 찾으시고. 나도 찾아야 할 사람이 많기 때문에 내 할 일이나 하자. 아무래도 미하일은 놔줘야겠지 이제. 못 찾겠지. 지금까지 못 찾은 거면 그냥 죽었겠지. 그냥. 체르노빌라이트로 과거 돌려가지고 되살리는 거 안 되나? 예토 전생? 템 있긴 한데 화학품, 전자부품, 건물 안에도 템이 있네? 나와. 탐지기 최고다. 적도 탐지하니까 이건 읽었던 거고. 식량. 저 안에도 뭐가 있긴 한데. 근데 뭐 그렇게 맛있는 건 아니라서 어거지로 막 밀고 들어갈 필요는 없어. 먹을 수 있는 것만 먹어. 저기는 반대편 건물 템인 것 같은데 죄다. 퀘스트나 해봐. 퀘스트. 사인?
This was supposed to be the future of the Soviet Union, a true atomic city, a place for the elite, scientists, engineers, artists, where everyone would be taken care of, where they all had a purpose and no one would want for anything. No poverty, no crime, no injustice, no inequality. But in the end, it was nothing but a glorified internment camp, infested with KGB goons sniffing around in other people's business. And when the Chernobyl disaster struck, they naturally looked after themselves first. Look at it now. A high-tech mausoleum full of ghosts. A utopia unraveled. What happened, Igor?
The same thing that always happens. People. They're irrational. No matter how much they have, they can't be satisfied. Always need to fuck something up. Create chaos. To me, this city was remarkable, regardless of the outcome.
What was so special about it?
Us.
My sweet Professor Kimunik. Come with me.
행복한 기억 맞아? 또 시비 거는 거 아니야? 갔는데. 그리고 뭐 둘이 있으면 상관없으면 그냥 딴 데 이사가서 잘 살았으면 됐겠구만. 왜 굳이 여기서 한 거야? 와이프가 아주 싫다 싫다 노래를 부르는데 딴 데 가주지. 어디지? 여기 또 방사능 쩌는 곳 아니야? 아이씨. 카페? 카페는 먹을 게 좀 있네. 뭐 깜짝이야 씨. 번개치는 타이밍 봐라 씨. 블랙 스토커가 또 찾아오겠구만. 이게 뭐야? 자기야 이거 지금 안 먹어줘. 책? 이름도 안 적혀있는 책.
Can you feel it? Can you smell that? It's the breeze off the Pripyat River. Flowers in bloom, coffee brewing, lemonade. We ate dessert and read together in the grass.
Yes. You always brought science fiction. What was the name of that author you liked?
The Strugatsky brothers? Or Bulichov?
Sometimes it felt like having a third person at the table.
That was fun. Do you remember the roar of the hydroplanes cruising to Kiev? You used to take me there.
It was a long time ago, but yes, I think so.
Come winter, we'd go skating on the river, just like my childhood in Murmansk.
You used to move so fast, like a torpedo, spooking those poor fishermen sitting by their holes in the ice. And I was such a horrible skater.
You were the worst. But you had me. I would always hold your hand and keep you from falling.
I wish you were doing that right now. I need you, Tanya, so badly.
I know.
그래도 이번에는 뭐야? 막아버렸는데 문을? 이번에는 안 싸우고 그래도 천천히 얘기하네. 항상 싸우는 건 아니구나 니네. 자기야 문 왜 막았어? 여기 원래 막혀있었나? 아니구나 여기 길이구나. 다 먹었고 템도 좀 챙긴 것 같긴 한데 더 챙길까? 더 챙길만한 장소가 없으니까 집에 가자. 고토홈. 진짜 집에 돌아올 때마다 4명 서 있는 꼬라지 봐 뭔가. 왜 이렇게 개판 같아 보이지? 약을 몇 개 썼나 내가? 6개 있고 약 자체는 충분한데? 빵탄복 좀 만들까? 빵탄복 여유 있을 때 하나씩은 만들어야지. 빵탄복 네 5 6 추가 여유분 3개만 더. 방탄복 만들어도 근데 금방금방 빠져나가가지고 진짜 뭔가 아깝다. 얘들 총이 센건지 방탄복이 약한건지. 요드도 하나는 넣어놓고. 술이 뭐였지? 정신력 회복? 주침? (25일)
Dear Igor,
세모노프.
apologies for this pre-recorded message, but it's for your own safety.
이 염치도 없는 인간이 이러고 연락을 해?
You in your search. The documents are on the roof of the Pripyat hospital. Come as quickly as you can and try to be discreet. My superiors would be very unhappy if they knew I was helping you.
I knew I could count on the old man. I would have contacted him sooner.
믿을만한 분이었다고? 아니 시뮬레이션에서 봤잖아. 세모노프가 뭐 하는 거. 뭐지? 내가 이상한 걸 본 건가? 잠깐만 근데 오늘은 여기까지만 할게요. 네, 오늘 좀 피곤하기도 하고 이빨이 아파가지고 지금 오늘은 짧게 여기까지.